Kyle here with Arcane Precision. Today we have a very special episode. We're bringing you spoilers for the old Umbrey Auxiliary expansion box. Steamforged Games was kind enough to give us the rules early so we could make these videos and get them out to you. Now, I'm not going to be going into super detailed depth with these. I'm going to be getting the rules on the screen, giving you highlights, going over a few things, some quick synergies. But there's going to be other content creators going deep dive with these. Definitely check those out. I just want to kind of give you these in a nice, easy, digestible place. So, if you've been on the War Machine Community Facebook page, I'm sure you've seen people have posted pictures of this box. Steamforged Games had the models at Gen Con painted up in the display case. All I can say, Barrett Cavalry. This has definitely converted me to getting into old Umbrey. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with the caster. We have Olesa Reznikova, Mistress of Thorns. She is a Khador Old Umbrey Warlock. 16 health on a 40mm with Pathfinder. Some things that are good on her: a Hurricane attack of 7, defense 16, arm 15. She does have an arc of 7, and her control range is 14, and that's going to be important for a few of her spells. She does grant everything Tree Walker and her battle group through the Field Marshal, and Tree Walker, as you can see, they ignore forest when determining line of sight. And if that model is completely within a forest, they gain +2 defense against melee attack rolls. She also has Spring Blades, and that's if you're hit with a melee attack, which she really doesn't want to be. But if she is, the attacking model suffers D3 damage points. Then she also has Strange Growth, which lets her essentially teleport anywhere completely within 5 inches of her current location at any time during her activation. So she can move up, she could shoot, cast some spells, and then teleport back to a more safe location. She has a range attack called Grasping Briars. It's range attack 6. The range of it is control. Rate of fire 1, POW 14, magical. This has the range of control 14. Has Fertilizer and From Beneath. Now, Fertilizer, if you box a living or undead model, it becomes a forest template. And then From Beneath just ignores cover and concealment. Now, her feat: Burgeoning Thorns. Enemy models in her control range suffer -2 speed and defense. If you're friendly faction, you gain Spring Blades. I did forget to mention this at the beginning. She does have 2 spell rack slots, which is going to be really great. Let's move on to her spell list. So she has Rapid Growth, Range Control. It's an upkeep. You can place a Forest template, 3-inch Forest template, anywhere completely within the spellcaster's control range. Stranglehold. This is going to be a great spell to have on a Geomancy Primeval. Cost 3, range 10, POW 13. Now, if you're damaged by Stranglehold, that model has to forfeit either normal movement or a combat action. Its controller does choose, but you get that on a Colossal or just a high-value target. The Primeval also can make this a POW 15, because if it has 5 corpses on it, it gets +2 to damage rolls. She also has Thistle. If the model's within 2 inches of a forest terrain, attack and damage rolls are boosted, so it's just a little bit of fury efficiency. And then Harvest. I feel like this is going to be up on a few key turns. It's going to give her more fury as you kill models, living and undead. I think she's going to see some play. It's going to be kind of tough to see how it shakes out. There are a lot of good options in the faction. We're going to move on to Jazana Aga, Dark Sister. Now, this is a Khador Old Umbrey solo. It's a character solo. 8 health. It is attached to your caster. Has Stealth, Pathfinder on a 30mm, Defense 15, Arm 14. Has Body Snatcher, so this is going to be able to collect corpses from enemy and friendly. So let's get into the rules. Fog and Filthy Air. They can spend Corpse Token. and friendly faction model within 5 inches of this model gains concealment. Meat for the Beast lets them spend corpses to boost 1 attack or damage roll for each token spent. And here is a very, very cool new spell, Peak and Pine. This model can spend a corpse token to make a range 8 POW 12 magic attack. Now this is a star attack, so you can't do this multiple times. If the attack damages an enemy model, this model's leader can transfer damage to the affected model 1 time, then Peak and Pine expires. It lasts for 1 round. So that's going to let you essentially tag, say, a Warjack or a Solo. I mean, it could even be another caster. And if your caster gets hit with something, you can transfer that damage to that model. It's going to be really cool to see the interactions that can happen with this. Then it also has Toil and Trouble within 3 inches of this model, and then it also +1 for each corpse, so it can go up to 8 if it is full, because it can have 5 of these corpse tokens on it at any time. Enemy models gain an additional die in attack rolls. Discard the highest die of each roll. Now, they do have a few weapons. They have Carrying Crows, which is a range 12 ranged attack, Black Wings, directly hit, and that model suffers Blind, which is -4 mat defense, cannot run, charge, or make slam or trample power attacks, and it has to forfeit normal movement or combat action. Really powerful ability. It is shakeable, so you can put the fires out. They can spend a Fury or Focus to shake it, but still really cool. It also puts a hazard template in, and if they enter it, they take 1 point of magic damage. Also has a Gnarled Staff. Range 2, POW 12 magic, has the Starve ability on it, just like the Starved. So if they're damaged, forfeit normal movement or combat action during its next activation. Next up, we have just some meat and potatoes, Legmen Hunters. Point cost is 6. Defense 12, arm 15. They have Ambush or AD and Pathfinder. I mean, they're marked, so you'll be able to spawn some of the shifters from them. It's kind of giving me Cocyte Woodsman vibes. So you have a ranged attack and a hunting knife. You know, it's good. They're going to be good to get into contest and get those marked models, the shifted models, into positions that your opponent definitely does not want. So here we go with some Barrett Cav. We have the Legmen Ursine Champion. You can take 2 of these. They're both 5 points, 10 health. They're on a 50 mil, Unstoppable, Pathfinder, and Cavalry. Battle plans. Now this is only for small base Legmen. Range 5. They get +2 speed on their normal movement this turn. Precision Strike, it's your tactician bubble, 10 inches. Things can move through each other. Really important for unpacking and getting into difficult spots. Stir the Blood. This one is any target friendly faction warrior model or unit. The model gains +2 on its next melee attack damage roll. It has Repo 2, a little bit slower. It is a bear. And then Veteran Leader Legmen, so those stats, the Mat 6 on the Hunters goes up to a 7, so you are a little more accurate. And some of the other models you're going to be seeing from the core box, it's going to help boost those. And then you can see the attacks. You have a Cavalry Saber, POW 12, Crit Brutal, 2 Bear Claws with Crit Knockdown. Those are POW 14. And then a Shield. So the Shield is going to bring the armor up to an 18. Then we have the Barrett Cavalry, the Legmen Ursines. There's another marked unit, dudes. Point cost is 10. They each have 8 boxes. They have dual attack, Pathfinder, Cavalry, Repo 2, and Unyielding. You're going to notice the shield does not have the +2, so the Unyielding is representing the shield on that. Have a heavy scattergun, spray 6, POW 14 with pistol, and 2 Bear Claws with crit knockdown. They are a little slower, like I said before, speed 7, but there's plenty of ways in this faction how to speed them up I think they're going to see the table. Beautiful models. I cannot wait to get these. I started with Khador when I first started, and that was always a thing. Everyone always wanted Barrett Cavalry, so I'm very glad we finally got them. And now we're going to get into some of the shifted models. We have the Ursine Apex. Field allowance 2, point cost 4, 12 health. Has tough, Pathfinder, unstoppable. Defense 11, arm 18, speed 5. They're big, lumbering werebears, essentially. Really cool abilities on here. You have Defiant Rage, +2 arm, +2 melee attack. Damage rolls, if they've been damaged by an enemy attack. They have a movable object, so they can't be placed, moved by a push, slammed, or thrown. While within 10 inches, friendly Ursine shifted models gain Defiant Rage and Retaliatory Strike. Retaliatory Strike, when the model is hit by an enemy melee attack during your opponent's turn, this model can immediately make one melee attack against the attacking model. Shapeshifter doesn't begin in play. It has anything with a marked rule, this can take its place. There's things that let you do it outside of this, but typically when one of these comes into play, it's when that model has been. So, and then these also have Shield Guard. So you're going to be able to trigger that Defiant Rage sometimes a little bit easier. 3 weapons. You have a Bite at a POW 15 and 2 Claws at POW 15 with Beat Back. They're both range 1. Defiant Rage is going to bring that up to a 17. And their armor going up to a 20 if they are damaged. So they're tanky. They're going to be those, getting into a spot your opponent doesn't want it, and it's going to be hard to remove. Then we also have the Ursine Shifted. Field allowance 4 on these guys. The point cost is 3. 8 health, tough, Pathfinder. This is on a 40 mil instead of the 50 mil. And defense 12, arm 17. I believe I said that. But anyways, has Protective Rage. So friendly faction models hit directly with a ranged attack. This model can take its place and is hit instead. Then again, we have the Shapeshifter and then Shield Guard. So this takes the hit, and then you could also Shield Guard the next shot. So it's really cool. If you have the Apex on there, you get Defiant Rage and Retaliatory Strike. This one has a Bite at a POW 13 and 2 Claws at a POW 13 with Beat Back. And that is the box. I'm super excited for this box. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. The core box is going to be coming out very soon, and I'm so excited for this faction. I know so many people are. So thank you for spending the time looking at these rules with me. Tell me what you want to see. If you want the deep dive, we can really go into it on another video. Again, let me know. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.